And welcome back to the 2013 USCAA Volleyball National Championships in Canton, New York on the Tourbeau Sports Group Network. We're about to get going with our second match of Pool B play between the Florida College Falcons and the Johnson & Wales University Wildcats. I'm Sean Tehan, live inside Dana Hall here on the campus of the State University of New York at Canton here in Canton, New York. If you weren't with us for the first game, it ended up with Lindenwood Belleville with a come-from-behind victory over SUNY Canton, defeating the Kangaroos 2-1. Kangaroos had a 1-0 series lead, and Lindenwood Belleville finished with a 2-0 series finish to take the first game of pool play. The starting lineups for both sides, we'll get to that in a moment. We'll be right back here on Tourbeau Sports. Welcome back inside Dana Hall. Our starting lineups for Florida College. The liberos, number 5, senior Paula Rojas. The outside hitters, number 9, junior Malia Kalina. The middle blocker, number 7, sophomore Savannah Gorman. The right side hitter and setter, number 10, senior Laura Smith. The defensive specialist is number 8, senior Olivia Llewellyn. The middle blocker and outside hitter is number 13, sophomore Abby Worsfold. And the middle blocker is number 17, junior Camille Krim. And they are head coached by Donna Paramore. For Johnson Wales University, the liberos, number 12, junior Tori DeBlino. The middle hitter and outside hitter, number 15, sophomore Mariah Hughes. Middle hitter, number 11, freshman Jasmine Williams. The outside hitter and defensive specialist, number 7, junior Kylie Marcourt. The defensive specialist and setter, number 6, senior Stephanie Harris. The outside hitter, number 9, sophomore Madeline Leonard. The defensive specialist is number 3, freshman Summer Meredith. And Johnson Wales University is coached by Callie Phillips. So here we go. We will get underway with game 1. The Florida College Falcons, they've won 8 of the past 13 USCAA national tournaments. They actually won 3 consecutive from 2009 to 2011. They were the national runner-ups last year after losing to Damon College in 4 games, 3-1 in last year's USCAA National Championship match. Johnson Wales University returns to the USCAA National Tournament for the second consecutive year, and they will start out by serving to the Falcons, and a vicious attack right from the get-go by the Falcons. That was number 9, Malia Kalina. And serving now for the Falcons is number 10, Laura Smith. And Johnson Wales unable to keep this alive, and Falcons with an early 2-0 lead over the Johnson & Wales University Wildcats. Florida College traveling all the way from Temple Terrace, Florida, and Johnson Wales based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Another point for the Falcons, and they're off to a quick 3-0 start over the Wildcats. And here's Laura Smith serving, and excellent dig right there by Johnson Wales. And now they set up the attack, and that was Malia Kalina once again, her second kill so far in as many tries. She has 335 kills this year. That's best on the team and second best in all of the USCAA, one of the best along the front line in the nation. And Johnson Wales, they've got to get this over, and they do. And let's see the ruling, and the point goes to Florida College, and that was very close along the baseline. And the Falcons are off to a 5-0 start over the Wildcats here in game one. If we've learned anything, though, so far after the first game of pool play here at Dana Hall, is don't count a team out early. As the Falcons once again with another vicious attack and a quick timeout called on the sideline by the Johnson Wales University bench and head coach Callie Phillips. And Callie Phillips, she's done a wonderful job at Johnson Wales University. This was a team that only won 10 matches back in 2011. And in 2012, they went to the USCAA tournament after winning only 10 games, reached the quarterfinals. They lost, though, to eventual national champion Damon College, who ended up defeating Florida College in the national championship round. Wildcats and Falcons, though, don't really have too much familiarity with many of the programs here. Both sides have yet to play a team in the USCAA tournament this season. So the Falcons with a 6-0 lead, off to a very, very fast start. Laura Smith will serve once again, the senior setter, averaging 9.5 assists per set this year. And Smith now sets up her teammate, but it's returned nicely by Johnson and Wales. An excellent dig, but it goes over the net and out of bounds. Another point to the Falcons. And that's a heck of a front line the Falcons have with Malia Kalina and company. Laura Smith to serve again. An excellent dig right there by Smith. Falcons got to get it over, and they do. And that was the libero right there with a nice block right there along the Falcons' front line. And the setup on the attack from Llewellyn to number 2, Emily Wolf. The Falcons off to a very fast start as Smith's serve is unable to go over the net, and the Wildcats are on the board as they make a substitution. Number 8, Lucy Herman, will replace number 6, Stephanie Harris. A nice dig right there by Marcourt. A nice dig on the Falcons side. And Marcourt tries to set up Lucy Herman. Her attack, though, goes out of bounds, and another point to the Falcons. Substitution being made by the Falcons. Number 13, Abby Worsfold, checks in for Paula Rojas. And it must have been a weird spin on the ball right there after the serve by number 7, Savannah Gorman, as Johnson Wales misplays it. So that's going to go down as an ace for Gorman. And here's the attack by Herman, retrieved nicely by the Falcons. Somehow able to find a way to get back over the net. They set up for Kalina, and Malia Kalina. Get to know that name, folks. She's very good along the front line for head coach Don Paramore's squad. And the Falcons now out to their largest lead. They lead 11-1 over Johnson and Wales. as Gorman's serve falls short, and it's now 11-2. So Johnson Wales with only 2 points coming off of 2 miscues by the Falcons on serve attempts. And Johnson Wales will need to find some kind of momentum when they're serving, and unable to do so as Melina Kalina gets another kill. Very, very vicious. Watching her in warm-ups, our cameraman and producer Brian Schnee for these first 2 games doing a wonderful job, traveling all the way from New Hampshire to be down here in Canton, New York. But Brian and I were watching and just amazed at how fast the ball comes off the hands of these Falcon frontline players. An excellent block along the front line again by the Falcons. But Johnson Wales, though, they find a hole in the Falcons' defense, and they get a point on the board. Substitution being made for Johnson Wales. Number 17, Rihanna Bray, checks in for Summer Meredith. An excellent block along the Johnson and Wales front line. But point goes to the Falcons after a net fault goes against the Wildcats. Olivia Llewellyn will serve, the senior libero. Able to keep that in play. And right there, Laura Smith tried to set up Camille Krim, but her attack sails out of bounds past the end line for Johnson Wales point. Substitution being made for Johnson Wales as Stephanie Harris checks in for Rihanna Bray. Harris will serve, the senior setter and defensive specialist, but she can't get that volleyball over the net. Harris is actually one of 2 team captains for Coach Callie Phillips' squad. Falcons lead 14-4. Paula Rojas to serve. And now the setup for Savannah Gorman. And Savannah Gorman gets the kill. The Falcons quickly race ahead to an 11-point lead. You can't count these teams out early, though. SUNY Canton and Lindenwood Belleville in the first game of pool play this morning. SUNY Canton won game 1 25-15 over the Lynx as the Falcons get another point right there. They lead now 16-4. Lindenwood Belleville was down 5-0 in game 2. End up coming back, winning game 2, and then won the rubber match in game 3. And Lindenwood Belleville off to a 1-0 start in pool play. Timeout called along the Wildcats sideline, and Coach Callie Phillips' team down 16-4 very early. The Falcons last year in the USCAA tournament, they lost to Damon College in 4 games in the national championship matchup. In the previous 3 years from that, from 2009 to 2011, they won the USCAA national championship. These Falcons, under the watch of head coach Donna Paramore, have won the USCAA tournament 8 of the past 13 years. They had a couple of first-team All-Americans from last year who are no longer on the team due to graduation, such as setter Jenny Moorer and outside hitter Carrie Taylor. This Falcons team, though, off to a very impressive start right from the get-go in pool play. Rojas to serve. The dig by Johnson and Wales. Johnson Wales sets up for the attack. Retrieved nicely by the Falcons. And once again, that is Savannah Gorman with another kill. Florida College up 17-4 now over Johnson and Wales University. Game 1 in the best of 3 in Pool B action. Live from Canton, New York at Dana Hall. As Gorman's attack goes out of bounds, point goes to Johnson and Wales. Number 9, Madeline Leonard's serve goes beyond the end line and out of bounds. Point to the Falcons, leading 18-5 over Johnson and Wales. And once again, that's Malia Kalina. Melina Kalina and Savannah Gorman for the Falcons have really combined to just, and pun intended right here, to kill the Johnson and Wales defense so far early on in this first game. Now this is Camille Krim with the serve. Lucy Herman able to save that from under the net, and it sets up a kill by Rihanna Bray, who now checks out in favor of Summer Meredith. Johnson and Wales this year finished 24-9. They were 5-1 at neutral sites. Florida College Falcons 26-10-1, 12-6 on neutral ground. And the kill right there, once again by Savannah Gorman. Johnson Wales, number 9, Madeline Leonard, unable to dig that ball from down low, and Falcons are in the driver's seat to take the first game in the best of 3. Hannah Mitchell, her dig goes out of bounds across the net, and point goes to Johnson and Wales. Melina Kalina with the attack, and it goes off of Summer Meredith. It hits the ceiling here at Dana Hall and well out of bounds, and another point goes to the Falcons. It's number 4, Brandy Holt checks in for Savannah Gorman. And Holt will serve. Malia Kalina again. Wow. She is impressive. She's averaging 3.32 kills per set, and that's not even best on the team, though. That's second to junior outside hitter Devin Jackson, the captain on this Falcons team. And Kalina tries to get another kill. It's blocked nicely by the Johnson Wales front line of Lyrica Paisley and Lucy Herman, but the block goes out of bounds. And point goes to Florida College. A nice job right there by Johnson and Wales, as Florida College unable to dig that volleyball out from down low. Substitutions being made on both sides. Number 7, Savannah Gorman, and number 5, Paola Rojas check back in for the Falcons. Comfortable 15-point lead in game 1. Malia Kalina, another kill. Game point now for Florida College. Nice thing about volleyball for both these teams, they don't have to deal with inclement weather. And it's nice that volleyball is an indoor sport. They don't have to deal with the frigid temperatures outside here in Canton, New York. And that's another point to Florida College, and that will wrap up game 1 of this best of 3 series. Florida College takes it with ease over Johnson Wales University, 25-8. We'll be right back with game 2 between Florida College and Johnson Wales University after a quick break on Tourbeau Sports. Game 2 between Johnson and Wales University and Florida College set to get underway in just under a minute. And a quick reminder, don't forget, fans, you can capture all the memories and highlights from this national tournament on high-quality video and audio commentary. All matches are available to purchase from Tourbeau Sports. Head over to our website at www.tourbeausportsgroup to learn more. And in that first game, it was all Florida College. Florida College easily handles Johnson and Wales University 25-8. Very impressive showing by head coach Donna Paramore's squad. And the real story, boiling it down though, were number 7, Savannah Gorman, number 9, Malia Kalina, the sophomore middle blocker and junior outside hitters, respectively. Both of these players were just absolutely vicious along the front line for the Falcons. Gorman this year is averaging 1.44 kills per set. That's only 4th best on the team. Malia Kalina, 335 kills this year. That's best on the team, and that's 2nd best in all of the USCAA. And we're set to get game 2 of action back underway. The Falcons and Wildcats have switched sides of the net, switched benches. That ball goes very high up into Dana Hall. It's a low-hanging ceiling, but Johnson Wales able to play it nicely. An excellent dig right there by Johnson Wales by Summer Meredith, but the ball goes out of bounds off of the Wildcats, and the point goes to the Falcons. Serving for Florida College is Camille Krim. Excellent diving attempt right there by the Falcons to keep the play alive. And the block attempt by Laura Smith and company goes out of bounds off of the Falcons. Substitution being made for Johnson Wales as they even game 2 up at 1 point apiece. Smith setting up Malia Kalina, and her attack falls on the wrong side of the net for the Falcons, and Johnson Wales has their first lead of the morning. Live from State University of New York in Canton, and Johnson Wales University with another point after an excellent block by Lyrica Paisley and that Wildcats front line. Now Smith sets up Savannah Gorman, and the Falcons respond with a point of their own on another kill right there by Gorman. Laura Smith serves to the Wildcats side. And great combination block along the front line by Savannah Gorman and Olivia Llewellyn, tying this second game up at 3 points apiece. Another point to the Falcons after a miscue by Johnson and Wales, and Falcons have regained the lead 4-3 over Johnson and Wales. And you can't count any of these teams out. There's only 10 teams in this USCAA tournament. The top 4 teams in each pool will advance to elimination rounds on Friday. National championship semifinals and the final matchups will be going on Saturday, including a 3rd place game. That'll be live here on Tourbeau Sports. So the Falcons are currently on a 4-0 run. Falcons, remember, won that first game 25-8 over Johnson and Wales. An impressive showing by last year's national runner-ups as Johnson and Wales responds to the Falcons' 4-0 run with a point of their own. And Malia Kalina will get credit for the kill right there. Florida College now leads 6-4. A couple substitutions being made for the Falcons. Number 15, Hannah Passel, and number 13, Abby Worsfold, both check into the game. Abby Worsfold is the younger sister of senior middle blocker Charlotte Worsfold on the Falcons. An excellent dig by Florida College. Kalina able to get that over. And now they set up Kalina for the attack. Goes out of bounds beyond the end line. Another point to Johnson Wales. Substitution again being made for the Falcons. Paula Rojas checks in for Savannah Gorman. And serving for the Wildcats is Mariah Hughes. Last year a second-team All-American in the USCAA. And only a sophomore. Very, very talented player that Callie Phillips has in her arsenal as Mariah Hughes watches that volleyball go beyond the end line, out of bounds. Game 2 tied up at 6 points apiece. And Hughes' serve stays barely in bounds, and Johnson and Wales with some momentum. They have a 7-6 lead over the Falcons. Timeout called by Donna Paramore on the Florida College sideline. And once again, if the first game told us anything, you can't count any team out in this tournament. The first game here on Tourbeau Sports here at Dana Hall, live from State University of New York in Canton. SUNY Canton won the first game over Lindenwood Belleville 25-15. They held a 5-0 lead in game 2. And then Lindenwood Belleville responded by going on a 25-15 run and taking game 2. And then game 3, Lindenwood Belleville defeated the Kangaroos 15-12, and they took the first game of pool play. Now, each pool has 5 teams apiece. There are 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. Both Florida College, Johnson, Wales University are in Pool B. And each team plays each other once. The team with the worst record in each pool will not advance to elimination rounds on Friday evening. Johnson and Wales start once again. Excellent block along the Wildcats front line. Melina Kalina gets it over, and it goes off the wrist of Mariah Hughes. The Falcons tied up again at 7. Kalina will now serve. That ball skies high into the low hanging ceiling at Dana Hall, and Johnson Wales unable to get that volleyball over, and Florida College regains an 8-7 lead. Malia Kalina, one of the better players on this loaded Falcons team. Now the attack by Brianna Bray is retrieved nicely by the Falcons. And it was a perfect setup right there from Laura Smith to Camille Krim. Laura Smith averaging 9.4 assists per set this year. That leads the team. That's second best in the USCAA. And Camille Krim is one of the better players along that front line for the Falcons, averaging 3.09 kills a set this year. And Lucy Herman can't get it over the net, the freshman outside hitter, and the Falcons are the first ones to 10 in game 2. Falcons are looking to return to the USCAA National Championship game for the 4th consecutive year. Last year they lost to Damon College. We'll see Damon College on Tourbeau Sports Network this entire weekend. The defending national champions, as Johnson Wales got the point right there. 10-8 Falcons. And another kill right there by Camille Krim for Florida College. It's just a heck of a front line Coach Donna Paramore has with Camille Krim and Malia Kalina and Savannah Gorman. A substitution being made, possibly an injury of some sort for the Falcons, as Hannah Mitchell replaces Olivia Llewellyn. And Hannah Mitchell falling to the floor, able to keep the ball in play. Krim gets it over. And Camille Krim with the excellent block after the attempt attack by Madeline Leonard. The Falcons with their largest lead of game 2. Now the setup for the front line, and a net fault looks to be against the Falcons. Point goes to Johnson Wales University. And Johnson Wales University now with 9 points in that first game between these two teams. Johnson Wales only scored 8 points. So vast improvement for head coach Callie Phillips' squad. And Callie Phillips, very good head coach in her 6th year at Johnson and Wales. This team only won 10 matches 2 years ago and now here they are at the USCAA tournament for the 2nd consecutive year. And it looked like some serious miscommunication between Hannah Mitchell and Abby Worsfold on the Falcons side. And that's another point for Johnson and Wales. Mitchell with a nice dig. Krim sets it over the top. They set up the attack, and the kill for Kylie Marcourt. Marcourt found a hole in the Florida College defense and exploited it. Excellent awareness right there by Marcourt, the junior outside hitter and defensive specialist for the Wildcats. And now Krim's attack goes off of Rihanna Bray, and point to the Falcons. Substitution being made for the Falcons. Savannah Gorman checks back in for the Falcons for Abby Worsfold. Paula Rojas to serve. Marcourt gets it over. Excellent dig right there by Hannah Mitchell. Now Bray's got to get it over. She does. The setup for Krim. Camille Krim with another kill. It seems repetitive, but Savannah Gorman, Malia Kalina, and Camille Krim have all made huge contributions along that Falcons front line so far in these first 2 games of this set. And the dig attempt by Stephanie Harris on the Wildcats side is no good and short, and Falcons now up 15-11. And a point goes to the Falcons after a double hit is called against Johnson and Wales. Timeout called on the Wildcat sideline by head coach Callie Phillips. And the Wildcats this year now, they're averaging about 9.79 kills per set. That's good for 12th best in the USCAA. That's not bad, but it's not like the Falcons. The Falcons are averaging 11.52 kills per set this season. That's second best among all USCAA teams. And also, they're getting a lot of their kills off of assists. They're averaging 10.05 assists per set as well. That's good for 4th best average in the USCAA. Johnson Wales only scored 8 points in that first game. If you just joined us, Florida College was up won the first game 25-8 over the Wildcats. Florida College looking to sweep this best of 3 series away from Johnson and Wales University here in game 2. And the dig attempt by Savannah Gorman's no good. And Johnson Wales gets another point on the board as number 3, Summer Meredith, checks in for Rihanna Bray for the Wildcats. And Meredith will serve. They set up Krim, dug out nicely by the Wildcats, and an excellent block along the front line. That was Camille Krim and Savannah Gorman for Florida College. An excellent dig by Hannah Mitchell. Once again on the back end of the defense. Good block attempt right there by Kylie Marcourt, but goes out of bounds on the Florida College side, and another point to the Falcons. Barring any kind of comeback, it looks like the Falcons are going to take their first game in pool play. Laura Smith trying to set up her teammates. And that's going to be 4 hits, so another point to Johnson Wales as Lucy Herman checks in for Stephanie Harris for the Wildcats. Wildcats down, but certainly not out. And Mitchell tried to set up either Savannah Gorman or Laura Smith, but kind of hit into no man's land on the Falcons side. A point goes to Johnson and Wales. Now Mitchell to Smith, sets up for Kalina. Dug out nicely by Kylie Marcourt. Now Rojas to Krim, just gets over the net. An excellent block by Malia Kalina for the Falcons. Kalina, a junior outside hitter from Brooksville, Florida. Substitution being made for the Falcons as number 4, Brandy Holt, checks in for number 3, Hannah Mitchell. And Mariah Hughes tried to get the attack over the net, unable to do so. Falcons lead 20-14. Smith to serve. Hughes setting up the Wildcats. And Smith setting up Kalina. An excellent kill right there by Mariah Hughes. She clearly put Malia Kalina for the Falcons in a very difficult position to defend that attack. An excellent work by the Wildcats. And the point goes to the Falcons after Kalina's kill right there. It's number 15, Hannah Passel, checks in for Savannah Gorman on the Falcons side. And Passel's serve hits the middle of the net, and point goes to Johnson and Wales as Paola Rojas checks in for Savannah Gorman. Mariah Hughes to serve for the Wildcats. And a double hit will go against Johnson and Wales, and number 9, Madeline Leonard, clearly did not favor that call by the head official. The Falcons now up 22-16. They got to get that ball over the net, and they are unable to do so. Florida College only 2 points away from a series sweep over Johnson and Wales University. Here's Kalina with the serve. And it stays inbounds, barely right in front of that line judge. And Florida College, it's now game point for them to take their first game in pool play. And the excellent block right there by Abby Worsfold, and number 10, Laura Smith, sets up that point for the Falcons, and that sets up a series win and a Game 2 win. Falcons win 25-16 over Johnson & Wales University in the second game of the best-of-3 matchup, and Florida College outscores Johnson & Wales 50-24 in 2 games, and they sweep Johnson & Wales University here on Tourbeau Sports Group. Well, we will be right back with the third game of pool play here from Dana Hall between Lindenwood Belleville and Rochester College at 1 o'clock. Stay with us here on Tourbeau Sports Group. We will be right back.